The Ash Wednesday in the Christian history kickstarts a period of 40 days fasting and praying, or the Lenten season as it is called. This season, Christians might choose to deny themselves of some form of pleasure in order to gain spiritual traction. While speaking with a senior clergy in the Diocese of Abuja, the Vicar of Basilica of Grace, the Venerable Oluwaseun Oweye, he reminded Christians that Jesus embarked on 40 days fasting and prayer before he started his ministry on earth.
According to the canonical Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, we discover that Jesus Christ himself fasted for 40 days in preparation for his earthly ministry. And this one enabled him to get prepared fully for what he was going to face in the future. And if we look at Ash Wednesday, that's one thing that's so significant during Ash Wednesday. We look at the word ash. It also expresses sorrow for sins and faults. It also expresses, sorrow for sins committed by somebody or as a result of one's fault. And on the day of Ash Wednesday, this ashes is administered to people showing the expression of their sorrow or a state of grief. And more importantly, it's a time of sober reflection. That people will sit back and look at their way of life. How have they been living? Have they been living right? Is their life pleasing to God?
He went further to advise Christians to maximize the opportunities of Lent to get close to God and organize their lives.
It's a time that one will sit down and think deep about him or herself. As a child of God, at a time in our lives, we need to sit down and ask ourselves some senior questions. Anywhere we have heard, anywhere we have gone astray, anywhere we have not done well according to God's own principle. So this Lenten period affords us that opportunity to sit back and to make amends, to correct our ways, to go back to where we have heard or to whatever we might have done wrong and make amends. And of course, this period, I want to also encourage us as we do this, let us make it a covenant with God. Let's make it daily covenant with God, a time to get close to God more than before. A period of fasting, and during this fasting, we study the scriptures, we study to know the mind of God and to know exactly the expectations of God for our lives and for our destiny and for our future.